What's going on, people? My name is Billy Light, and shock of the year, The Fantastic Mr. Fox is a pretty cool movie. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, it came out in 2009. It's not a new movie.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I hadn't seen it until the other day. And since the other day, I haven't stopped thinking about it. And I haven't stopped thinking about this line in particular.
Why? Why did you lie to me?
Because I'm a wild animal.
This film is super deep, which I did not expect it to be. Some would say infinitely deep.
Part of the conception of God that underlies the Western ethos is the notion that whatever God is expressed in the truthful speech that rectifies pathological.
And through Mr. Fox, it has one of the greatest character arcs I think ever put on screen. I can't believe I'm saying this. He's a fox! I was once watching a debate about consciousness, and this idea of the difference between animals' consciousness and human consciousness came up, and someone adequately described the difference between the two as an animal can walk down a path and notice a tree, whereas a human can walk down that same path, notice that same tree, but notice himself noticing it, if you know what I mean. Almost like this secondary layer of consciousness, or maybe just perception. I think the character arc of Mr. Fox is him noticing himself noticing. Mr. Fox used to act in accordance to his strengths and weaknesses. He was able to constantly get himself in and get himself out of trouble all the time. For the audience, it raises this question of, okay, if I'm always getting myself into trouble, but I'm super talented at getting myself back out again, is there any value in that at all? Is there anything to be proud of at all? And I think the answer to that question is probably, no. Stop getting yourself into trouble.
Okay.
But through the strife he faces with the farmers and the almost rejection he gets from his own wife and son as the movie continues, he learns that he can't operate on ego. It's not good enough to act in accordance with what a wild animal would do. This is the reason he gives for going against the will of his wife and family and kind of screwing over the locals in the town by going and robbing these super rich, dangerous farmers. It's all based on ego, and he thinks because he's a fox, he has to comply with these compulsions of his. But as we learn, this is how a wild animal behaves, and he's able to recognize that and transcend it, therefore becoming more than just a wild animal. He uses this excuse to his wife, and it's true, but at the same time it's immoral, because he's using it to shed the weight of burden and transfer guilt off to some subconscious operation that he's completely out of control of, which, as we learn in the film, just simply isn't the case when he finally self-reflects and saves the day. This second layer of perception comes when he understands that he can be brave, he can be coming.
What?
This second layer of perception comes when he realizes he can be brave, he can be cunning, he can try and do these crazy things that will make his family effectively loads of money and put him up on this massive pedestal, but it's not really worth it for the destruction it could cause around him. He's able to step out of his body and look at his actions and what they can create. I don't know why I'm looking down here right now. You're up here. Mr. Fox is a wild animal, but it's his actions in spite of this fact that make him fantastic. That's what he learns. The final moment of confrontation he has with his newfound self comes when he finds himself pretty much face to face with his biggest phobia, which is the wolf. He's able in this moment to recognize that he's not just a wild animal, so neither is the wolf. He understands he is worth more than that. as is the wolf. And what's the result of all this? He repairs the relationship with his son, makes his wife happy, everyone's safe, everyone's happy. I wish there was a sequel. There's not. It's an infinitely deep story told in a really clever way. But do I have anything else to say about it right now?